Now we will compare each country to the United States of America. First, we have the United States versus China.
73% of all people living with HIV/AIDS in China are aged 20 to 39, whereas in the United States, 81% of new cases were confined to people aged 20 to 24. Of college-age subgroups, about 60% of United States students reported sexual activity, compared to China reporting just under 20%. Additionally, college-age students located in the U.S. scored a higher understanding of overall knowledge of HIV/AIDS, where China-based students had a more variable response. What these data suggest is that there are similar groups in both countries that are of great concern in regards to the disease. However, the two countries are not identical, and the differences in reported sexual activity rates may be representative of cultural or other differences, which would indicate a need for individually tailored methods. What can be determined is that there is still room for improvements between each group for the specific population, especially in terms of distributing reliable information. 91.5% of new HIV cases in the United States were transmitted from people not in medical care, including those unaware they were infected with HIV. In the US, 21% of people aged 20 to 24 prescribed ART, where China has an ART rate of 63% of eligible patients. However, in order to be eligible for ART in China, a specific CD4 count must be reached, which means a large proportion of patients are unable to get treatment. In both situations, pre-exposure prophylaxis, or PrEP, is currently the next step, as preventing the disease is more effective and cost-efficient than any form of therapy.
Now we will compare the United States versus the United Kingdom.
From a study of Central and Western Europe and the United States, it was found that the US held 56% of all people living with HIV/AIDS, while the UK only had 5% of the total region. Some groups experiencing disparities are men who have sex with men, African Americans, people who use injection drugs, and transgender people. 40% of UK cases were considered late-stage diagnoses, resulting in 4/5 of AIDS-related deaths. The large difference can be partially explained by geographic and demographic differences between the two countries. However, both countries seem to have similar groups experiencing healthcare disparities. Additionally, both countries are very reactive and oftentimes struggle to respond with proper treatment in time. In the United States, a majority of HIV/AIDS funding was public due to widespread use of safety net organizations such as clinics or emergency departments. In the UK, everyone is able to receive ART, but due to the outbreak of distributions, some regional clinics become saturated and can make dispensing treatment difficult when it is needed most.
As it has been shown, even though countries such as the US, UK, and China may vary culturally, demographically, socioeconomically, policy-wise, and in terms of healthcare infrastructure, they all face similar at-risk populations and challenges in regards to efficient HIV treatment delivery. However, although the challenges may be similar, the outcomes of HIV treatment delivery between these countries will vary, and these variances are largely determined by the attitude towards HIV and the type of healthcare system the country has in place. Analysis of the differences in outcomes of HIV treatment delivery can serve as a tool for understanding which approaches work most efficiently. These findings can formulate new policies and initiatives aimed at combating the spread of HIV and increasing accessibility to treatment. Therefore, the examination of different approaches for efficient and effective HIV treatment delivery should be stressed and encouraged, as it only serves to benefit the US, UK, and China's future endeavors against the spread of HIV.
Well, that's all, folks.
Created using Powtoon.